Hey, what's up, everyone? I want to welcome you guys to another episode of the DREAMERSPRO show, where we cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. So today we got a major bombshell. Let's get into it. So I remember when that blockbuster trade went down with the Los Angeles Lakers and the Dallas Mavericks for Luka Doncic and Anthony Davis, right? And when that happened, it actually happened late at night, and I was asleep. And I remember waking up the next morning and looking at my phone and looking at like my Instagram. I had a bunch of messages. Go live, go live, go live. And I'm like, what? So when I saw the news, I was like, well, what just happened? Everybody was shocked. Everybody. It was like, when it happened, they were like, this is the biggest trade in NBA history. It was a shock of a mega shock, right? And in the aftermath of that trade, many people were trying to make sense of what was going on. From the Dallas Mavericks standpoint, they were trying to figure out what was going on. They're trying to sabotage the franchise. There's a new ownership group trying to move the team to Las Vegas because they're into casino. It was just a whole bunch of things. And Anthony Davis was like, he doesn't trust what was being said, because initially when the news came out, all we heard was that the only people that were aware of this were the general managers and Rob Pelinka and Nico Harrison and the team governors. That was it, right? So it was just a crazy, crazy story. But then what made it even crazier was that after the Dallas Mavericks traded for AD, who had an injury history, out of nowhere, like literally out of nowhere, they landed the first pick in the draft. And after that, I think even players like LeBron James and Shaq and all of them were like, come on, like, yo, this is so obvious. Like, this is ridiculous. I think even LeBron and Shaq, but I think LeBron at that moment just laughed, like, come on, like, we know what y'all are doing, right? So that story kind of died down. The Cooper Flag is going to be the rookie of the year. Hell of a player. We get all of that. So one of my viewers sends me this post, and I don't know if it's verified by other accounts, but I saw it. It came out about a day or so ago. And it's from Baller IQ Media. And I just want to show the thumbnail. It says breaking news. Y'all ain't going to believe what this breaking news is. But before we even get into it, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Prize Picks. All right, guys, the playoff push is heating up. Tournament hoops are here. The Masters is underway, and the NBA playoffs are right around the corner. There's no better way to cash in if you're right on all of this action than Prize Picks, America's #1 sports pick app. So I jumped into their team picks feature, and honestly, I had no idea why I waited this long. First time I tried it, I was picking game winners on some of these games. Came out right on my first one, and watching the game just hit completely different after that. And here's what I love. On top of the players' picks you already know, you can now pick game winners, spreads, and totals. You can even call who wins the championship or takes home the MVP. Mix and match across basketball, baseball, hockey, golf, all in the same app. And if your picks get off to a hot start, you can cash out early before the game even ends. Now download the Prize Picks app today, pick your first game winner, spread, or total as the playoff push rolls on, and get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup when you use code CLNS. That's code CLNS to get $50 in daily fantasy lineups when you play your first $5 lineup. Prize Picks. It's good to be right. All right, let me read the description. It says, breaking, an internal investigation has reportedly found that the Mavericks winning the 2025 lottery and selecting Cooper Flag may have been manipulated per sources. The league is alleged to have favored Dallas following the Doncic trade. A major scandal is expected to unfold. Now, this post generated 70,000 likes and 1,500 comments, right? What are my thoughts about this? If it is true that, in fact, there was some quid pro quo that went down here, just a term I struggle with saying, it will look really bad. It will look really, really bad, because now it will look like as if everything is scripted here. Because again, given how bad of a trade that ended up being for the Mavs, I mean, because it's a bad trade. Luka Doncic, I believe, has played more games this season than Anthony Davis has played since he joined the Dallas Mavericks, and AD ultimately ended up getting traded. So they got really nothing for AD in terms of star power. It was a disastrous outcome for Dallas. And in the aftermath of that, Nico Harrison got fired. Like, it was a mess of a mess, right? Luka, on the other hand, is leading the league in scoring, going to make an all-NBA team. Team is in the playoffs, although he got hurt. So, like, the Lakers are, like, going upwards. Meanwhile, the Dallas Mavericks just fell into the damn ocean. But if it is found out that it is true, then it's a bad look. But then again, I don't think a lot of people would be that surprised. Like, who would be surprised here? Who would honestly be surprised at this news, given the chain of events? Because everyone now feels like Dallas got the short end of the stick, and then all of a sudden they landed #1 draft pick. And then to make it even funkier, it's another white dude. Like, think about it from that standpoint. Like, Luka, who was a white dude, and I'm not like saying it, but you get the point that I mean, being in Dallas and all of that. I'm sure majority of people in Dallas must be white. I'm just making an assumption. I could be wrong, but that's what I think. Then you go out and then get another guy. And now some people are talking about Cooper Flagg has a potentially higher upside than Luka because he's way more developed at this age. And the fact that he has a higher motor, plays defense and all of that. Like, there are just too many coincidences here. Way too many coincidences. Now, the saddest part is, even if it's found out that there was some kind of funny business that went down here, nothing is who's going to punish who's going to punish who? What's going to happen? Nothing's going to happen. So, look, guys, these are my thoughts. Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you on the next show. Peace.